My prioritization is of our needs. Obviously, the biggest one is going to be quarterback. Our options here are kind of draft one in the first round, maybe a later round, like 3 or 4, or sign a big free agent, maybe even both. For me, there's a lot of flexibility here. Like I established earlier in the video, I really don't feel a need to just feel like we have an answer at quarterback and act like that's going to make everything okay. Um, because chances are they're not going to be the answer if we don't fill out the rest of this roster, and they're just going to go through the same thing Daniel Jones did. So that's our options there. Up next, defensive tackle. Yes, I know it's crazy. We got Dexter, we got Brian Burns, and we got Kayvon Thibodeau, but still we need another defensive lineman to make this a complete unit. We had got nothing behind Dexter. We signed a bunch of free agents. These guys are on cheap deals. Elijah Chapman, he looks kind of promising as kind of like a pass rushing specialist, but we really need that run stopping second defensive tackle so that we can get more DBs on the field and leave Bobby Okereke out there as a solo linebacker, and just improve this run defense. We've made moves in the secondary that should help this, but it was the entire defense last year, outside of the core guys in the trenches that couldn't defend against the run. So we need a second run defending defensive tackle, big time. Up next is corner. This could get solved very quickly. With guys like Travis Hunter potentially being available, but we still need someone at that number 2 outside corner spot. We got Paulson Adebo, who we are obviously confident in because we just signed him. Drew Phillips, he might be our best corner, who we signed for the slot or drafted last year and had a great season. But Banks was very disappointing last year, and many fear that we're going to have to replace him as our number 2 corner. And so you could look maybe later in the draft at doing this. I don't think you want to exactly target it early on unless if it's a blue chip guy. And like I said, it's not my first priority, but it would be nice to address, Deontay Banks and get some competition in there against him. Offensive line is technically filled out with the starters, but, you just can never have enough depth here. And it's just so bad without Andrew Thomas. So if you can find someone who can develop behind him, that would be very ideal. Wide receiver too. This is kind of equal to me with this corner and this offensive line thing, where it's like we really need someone. In fact, it might even be more of a need because I kind of trust Banks not to, earn like a contract extension, but maybe he could finish out his rookie deal and be not so bad. Let him test the market. Offensive line, we do technically have the starters filled out, and we do have some depth, but I just want more talent in that mixed in with that depth. Wide receiver too, we signed Darius Slayton to be that, but I'm just not super sure that that is what we need. I really think we need a different archetype of players. Slayton is a deep threat. Neighbors is obviously the true alpha, and Wandale's the slot guy, but we don't have a true X guy, and Slayton can't do that.